Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. You find me approaching Dover. There is quite a lot of traffic, to be fair. Lots of congestion. It's saying 4.8 miles is going to take me 1 hour 10 minutes. I've been receiving text messages and emails from the ferry company all morning saying how busy it is and the delays, and if you miss your ferry they'll get you on the next available one, so don't worry. Well, I'm aiming to catch the ferry that I should be on. That's my plan. What's this lorry going to do? It is moving. I'm coming through. Let's let them go. So yeah, I'm planning to get the ferry. I'm planning to get the one I've booked on. I suddenly found myself with a week free, 7 free days. What would you do if you had 7 free days? Well, for me there was only one choice. It was to jump on the bike and get myself over to Europe for a mini tour. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give the video a like and share, please. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. It would be really nice if this tour would see me break that milestone. Big plans for the channel moving forward. I am moving forward, unlike these cars. There is a boat with my name on it. Stick around, find out where I'm heading. Let's have it! Well, I can finally see the port of Dover. Thank goodness for being on a motorcycle. The sat-nav still hasn't caught up with what I'm doing. Filtering has saved me 1 hour and 9 minutes, I think. Yeah, every day of the week, motorcycles it is for me. It's really pleasant actually today. We've got, what, 20 degrees, it's not raining. Got somebody with the door open, hopefully they'll shut it. In fact, lots of doors opening. So that would be frustrating if I was in a car. You really would have to pay attention to all the notices from your ferry provider telling you that there are delays. Obviously the delays are pretty massive. It is school summer holidays. It's August, 2nd of August to be exact as I film this. It's going to come out on YouTube on a screen near you in a week or two's time, so I don't know, it'll probably be mid-August when you're watching this. And I have a plan to see what I can do in 1 week. Not going that far from home. I intend to go through Belgium, obviously France first, then into Belgium, then Holland, up to Amsterdam possibly. Then I intend to work my way back round. I'm doing like a clockwise loop and work my way back down into Belgium, through into Luxembourg, then through the Ardennes, Belgium again, and then back to Calais and then home, all in 7 days. As ever, you lot are invited. It's like a mini tour of Europe on a time budget, on a money budget as well. I'm doing it as cheaply as I can. Ferry crossing, considering its peak time, was pretty good. £118 return on a Saturday and a Saturday coming back. The equivalent crossing on the tunnel was £250. Yeah, that's an awful lot of money to get yourself 22 miles across the channel. 22 I think it is. Anyway, I'm 2.6 miles from the port. Hopefully I can continue filtering right up until I get to check in. That'll be a result if I can. And having allowed extra time, if I do, I'm about an hour earlier than I should be. But I would much rather be here ahead of time than scratching around trying to make the ferry. Oh my gosh, even with filtering, what a bun fight. It's taken ages to get almost to check in. I thought on this occasion that I would get a more civilised ferry time. Usually I get like the 8 o'clock ferry, which means you have to get here for 7, which means I have to set off from home about 4. And I thought, no, I'll just go mid-afternoon, I'll take it easy. This is why I usually take the early one, because I usually just ride straight up to the check-in. Never mind, we're getting there. I'm just glad I'm not an hour back up the road, or even worse. Well folks, an hour later and I'm almost at border control. So in 45 minutes my ferry departs. What a bum fight and chaos this is. It's just traffic everywhere, literally everywhere. Back on the, I think it's the A20, queuing for miles. There must be 15 miles of queues just to get to the port. So goodness knows who's getting on what ferry. I have no idea. Anyway, nearly there. I say nearly there. That's probably another quarter of an hour to get to that, which will then mean the ship goes in half an hour. I've got to get through check-in and get on. Who knows? We'll see. Right, finally through border control, finally through check-in. Oh my gosh, that's taken a long time. I allowed myself a couple of hours and it's taken all of that. Lane 199, that's this lane here. I would imagine if there's any place left on the ship that I'm supposed to be on, because I'm sure there's been a backlog of people, then I'll be riding straight on, I would have thought, because it leaves in, what, 25 minutes. What a to-do. Now, you could pull over a bit more, please. Thank you. I don't want to be queuing there. 199, that's my lane. A lonely motorbike. Thank you. Well, that's good. I've made it onto the ferry I'm supposed to be on. That was all a little bit stressful though, to be honest. I've never had it like that on the tunnel. Maybe that's what the £250 premium would have been. I think it was 105 actually for my return trip, having booked just 2 days in advance or a day in advance. This is where BMW's hill start assist is going to kick in. Ah, I see. I'll start strapping myself down then. Thank goodness I am on the boat. Gosh, ordeal. Anyway, next stop, Calais, and then I am heading to Bruges. So the plan, it's only a rough plan because I kind of haven't planned this trip really, it's last minute. What I'm going to do is make my way tonight to Bruges. I'm going to camp just outside. This evening I intend to go and have a meal in the old part of town, which is absolutely stunning. From what I've seen, I've never been. And then the following day I'm probably going to head to Ghent, which again is a really pretty and picturesque town in Belgium, and then I'm going to make my way up to Holland and Amsterdam and various places around there, and then work my way around in this big kind of clockwise loop back down towards Luxembourg and then back into Belgium and ride through the Ardennes and take my time and have a nice relaxed journey, and not whacking any 12-hour days, although today is going to be that by the time I finish, I'm sure. Anyway, goodbye Blighty, and hello France very shortly. Right, again, the beauty of being on a motorcycle. The sun is shining, hooray! That's what we like. Anybody who's followed the channel over the years will know traditionally whenever I ride in France I get absolutely soaked. It usually hammers down on me, but today I might be alright. I have my fingers crossed. So, welcome to France. It's just gorgeous, 22 degrees, blue skies and sunshine. I think this is probably perfect motorcycling weather. Having just come out of, I don't know, 3 heat waves in the UK, when I was riding around in 35, 36 degrees, it was too warm. It was definitely too warm, as I'm sure all you will have found out and agree with me. It was just too much. So this is nice. Mid-20s, low 20s, it's kind of a good temperature. Coming off of the ferry there and waiting for the sat-nav to boot up reminded me of getting off the ferry at Morocco. And as featured in the episode from a year or two back, Tech Meltdown in Morocco, where the Nav 6 I was using at the time just was having none of it whatsoever. I'd paid for round the world roaming on my phone, and my phone wasn't working particularly, so there was nothing I could follow. I had a paper map that wasn't very detailed at all. So it was kind of, there's the vague area. I was heading to Chefchaouen, and that's probably not how you say it. The blue city up in, or blue town up in the mountains in northern Morocco. And it just happened to start working, which got me there. And then for the whole of that trip, I was relying on loading up the day's travel on Wi-Fi wherever I was staying, and then not turning the nav off whilst I was out for the day, otherwise it wouldn't reboot. So very stressful, and having a dedicated sat-nav at the time didn't help because it wasn't working. So this is all very civilised now, and it's telling me I've got 1 hour 51 and 92 kilometres to go, and I'm going to arrive at 10 to 7 local time. Happy days. So I'm heading to Dunkirk at the moment, vaguely. The water, the sea is over there to my left. And I've just realised that the map that I got so I could show you where I am. Let's pull that down in case it's a bit windy. The map that I got to show you where I am each day is sat on the side at home. So I will be showing you on my phone my day's travels for the duration of this tour. Well, I think this is possibly the first time in 25 years or something that I've ridden in Belgium. I came here way back with the Nîmes Valley chapter when I was a member of the Harley Owners group, and came to a bike rally where, in a field which was on the border of France, Luxembourg and Belgium, it all came together in one place. It was very nice. There was a monastery there that brewed beer as well, or I seem to remember. I remember the countryside being very pretty, and as I made my way through the Ardennes, lots of rolling wooded hillsides with lovely biking roads. So hopefully I remember correctly, and at some point on this tour that's what it's going to be like. I do apologise about the fly splats on the windscreen. It took obviously quite a long time to get down to Dover. I've not stopped at a petrol station or anything, had a chance to clean it, but I will do. Probably not before the episode is out, but certainly for tomorrow's episode or next week's episode, as it will be in YouTube land. Northern France, Belgium, very flat, and obviously Holland, when I make my way there, there's going to be lots of canals and it will be flat again. Well, formulating my plan as the ride and the day progresses, I really don't like the look of that sky over there. I don't know what the GoPro makes it look like, but that is almost like a purple, dark grey nastiness. I'm hoping, if that's coming my way or I'm heading to it, I'm only 5 kilometres away from the campsite now, that I can get the tent up before it all goes very soggy. By the time I get there at the campsite, I'm virtually going to have been on the road for 12 hours. I'm thinking I might just make camp, get some food on the go, and then have an early night and get some YouTube housekeeping done, transfer some files, maybe even do some editing, and then take you with me to Bruges tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. And that is the beauty of travelling like this with no actual fixed plan. I just make it up as I go along. So it says I'm 800 metres from the campsite now. It looks like I'm heading into town, so either it's taken me to the wrong place or it's not how I imagined it. Who knows? But that grey sky looms. Kleinstrand, there we go. That is the campsite I'm staying at, and it's on the signpost. So far so good. Where would we be without the internet? Gosh. Now, a couple of days ago I decided to embark on this little tour, and a quick internet search gave me the campsite, the rough idea of where I wanted to be. Google Maps has provided the directions here. It would be very different 20 or so years ago, like I used to do it, and somehow we managed. Now, it could be here on my left. There we go. I don't think it's going to be my kind of campsite. It's all going to be a bit busy, but it's somewhere to lay my head, and looking at that sky, the sooner the better I get that up. Check-in camping, parking, okay, we can do that. There's reception. We've already had some rain by the looks of it. Okay. God, I love that tent. Positioned far enough away from the bike should it fall over in the night. Right folks, an executive decision has been reached. It's getting on for about, I don't know, 8 o'clock now. What is it? No, it's not, 7:30. And like I said, I've been on the road for about 12 hours, so I'm ready to stop. I've got the tent up. I'm gonna heat myself up some food using my little pocket rocket stove, and then I'm gonna do a bit of YouTube housekeeping and have an early night. And then tomorrow morning, which will be the next episode for you guys, I will go to Bruges for breakfast and check out that very, very, very nice city. First of all though, due to me forgetting my map, let's show you on the phone where I've been today. So hopefully not too many reflections there. So made my way just north of London to Calais, on the ferry to there, just Calais, rode past Dunkirk, and I've ended up here, which is right next to Bruges. If I just zoom out a little bit, there you go, North Belgium. Tomorrow I'm probably going to make my way to Ghent and then head up to Amsterdam. As I said, there's no particular plan. I'm just going to make my way around in a big loop, going clockwise, and take it easy and see what I can do in a week. So there's no massive distances. I know today was a long day, 12 hours, but that included the ferry and a lot of waiting around to get the ferry. What a nightmare that was, but it was fine. Got it in the end. The days I'm hoping are going to be, you know, starting about 8-9 on this tour, and then perhaps setting up camp at 4 or 5 each evening, and then having a relaxed evening meal somewhere. Obviously, as ever, you guys are invited. If you did like today's episode, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also please share the channel with other people so that it grows. As I mentioned at the start of the video, we're not a million miles away from 10,000 subscribers now. It would be great if this tour pushed it over that milestone. Let's see what we can do. Okay, until the next one, bye bye.